Here we go. Kill Mesmer as a center square now.
Nice. Nice.
And Aggie mentioned you didn't like the first board anyways, so seemed like it all worked out. Here we go. Sell Great Katana +0 is on the board. This is actually a really interesting board. 2 hippos. That's going to be interesting to see. Acquired DLC talismans is pretty quick, so I'm expecting that to be rushed early on. Backhand blades again.
Yeah, we have a lot of remembrance bosses on the board, and I'm gonna also include Commander Gaius' Pants as basically a remembrance boss at that point because we obviously got to beat Gaius for that, and then but we also have Mesmer, Romina, Rolana. Did I see another one? No, but at the very least, you still have to. Well, I see Yori, I see Lamenter as well, Golden Hippo. So a lot of bosses on the board.
A lot of killing for sure. Column 2 here looking very interesting. Sell Great Katana and kill a boss with backhand blades in the same line. And then Ancient Dragon Man, Jory Romina. This is really interesting of a column here. I do think this is going to be blocked out by both players because this is a really good column. Especially, I mean, whoever gets that Sell Great Katana first, you know. I think both players are going to be going for the backhand blades. Aggie already hovering that Rotten Sword insignia, so I think he's already leaning into that regardless. Even if you don't get Sell Great Katana, just going for it, I think is going to be worth it. We saw it already in other matches that backhand blade is doing an insane amount of damage. So it's not really a hindrance per se not going for the Great Katana here.
So I have a rules clarification question.
Yes.
Kill 3 dragon bosses. Kill Ancient Dragon Man.
No.
Does Ancient Dragon Man count as a dragon?
He's a man.
He's also a dragon.
He's a man's man. I don't know. Didn't we? What was it you that we talked about this yesterday though? Where technically Ancient Dragon Man is not a dragon because he forfeit dragonhood.
I don't think so.
Okay,
but,
that must have been last week then. Maybe it was last week. There was a conversation of like lore.
Oh, okay.
And the lore behind Ancient Dragon Man is that he's technically not a dragon because he forfeit dragonhood. And is more of a man than a dragon.
Still got those scales though.
He does. Yeah, it's just like a lingering effect, I guess. I don't know.
Sure.
But yeah, no, not a dragon. The reason why as well, just for like rules sakes, is the thing is that the Ancient Dragon Man's already way too powerful. So him counting as well as a dragon would just be bananas.
Well, and not only that, but like most of the dragons in the DLC are kind of walled behind him. So it makes a lot of sense. You know, there's obviously the Ghost Flame dragons, but I don't know. There's still there are more that you'd have to deal with after Ancient Dragon Man. There
we go, and now we are off into the match.
And both players heading towards the 3-site cross.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm pretty sure they're both just rushing straight to Great Katana,
yeah. Aggie, okay, there we go. It's always hard to tell right at the beginning whether or not they're making a line for Great Katana or possibly pivoting over to backhand blades. It looked for a second there that Aggie was scooting a little east, or I guess, sorry, a little south, north. I don't know. It's hard to see.
You're good. You're good. No worries. No worries.
I know my directions.
Yeah. I wonder if this might come down to just like execution. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I'm resetting Aggie here just real quick because he did look just a couple seconds behind. Should be good to go now though. But yeah. They're both pretty much in sync. I think Blanks just took a little bit of a quicker line ahead by like half a second. Yep.
100%. Yeah, and they're both racing for that Great Katana 100%.
Yep.
At this point.
Yep.
It's just a matter of who can press their buttons a little bit faster here.
I think it's going to come down to pressing buttons faster, but also not being aggroed by the shadow people nearby the dragon, and then being able to
being able to warp out. Yeah, that's a good point.
I think Blanks does have a better line here though towards that Great Katana. Aggie is aggroed. Blanks isn't. I think Blanks making it nighttime might make the difference here.
That was smart. Yeah, and he's already back at the Gravesite Plains.
Golly, that was fast clicking.
This is one of the cool things about Bingo is the fact that it's like a really interesting kind of speed run challenge as well.
Yeah, there it already is. There it already is.
All those speedrun strats that Blanks knows so well are going to be clutch in moments like this.
Yeah, that was really fast from Blanks. Those button presses straight to, Kale. Kale was definitely a better pick here just because it's closer, to the Grace.
Less steps. Fewer steps. And now looks like Aggie's going ahead and foregoing the backhand blades for now.
Yeah, I think he's thinking like, okay, I did not get the Great Katana. You know what? That's okay. I'm going to use the Great Katana then. That's fine.
Yeah.
And he can go and start working towards Ancient Dragon Man already. And he's probably assuming, like, and I think this is also the right choice, is being like, okay, Blanks just sold it. He has to get another weapon. He is going to go for backhand blades. It is on column 2. There's no reason for him not to go for backhand blades. Let me go ahead and just already work towards a goal on this list that would counter that column 2. So even if he does get backhand blades, I still stop that progression.
100%. And Aggie grabbing that Grace outside of Castle Ensis and heading over probably towards Tialie. And also Ancient Dragon Man.
Yeah.
In this general vicinity.
Oh, yeah. Actually, that's a good point. Yeah, he might be making up a lot of time here with this nice graveyard skip. Might actually be
yeah, there we go.
A little bit ahead, actually, now when it comes to Tialie.
That's pretty good.
Maybe not ahead. That's close, though.
Can we see possibly on the map?
Oh, he's going straight for Ancient Dragon Man.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, see,
yeah, he's going for it.
Loading. There we go. Okay, this is really interesting from Blanks then. Oh, Aggie missing the Tialie skip here. Has to quit out. Blank's going to be jumping out here. Going to be upgrading the backhand blades.
Interesting. Yeah, just grabbing the Grace and running back out.
Yeah, going to upgrade first.
It looks like Aggie is not even worrying about Ancient Dragon Man at the moment. Oh, no.
Man. I don't like that angle. I know a lot of, that's the new tech is that specific jumping angle. I don't like it personally because, I don't know, you slip way faster. I go from, the left side of it. It seems just a little bit safer. You do lose, 2 seconds for, setup, but it just feels safer, Yeah, there we go, though.
Sketchy. There we are. Just takes a second. Yeah, these skips can be real dicey sometimes.
Really, really interesting setup here, though. I'm really wondering. So this is really pushing Aggie already into I have to kill Jory / Romina territory, which is insane at almost, not even 10 minutes into the match, having a possible column 2 being very threatening.
It's amazing that we can glean that much information just from that very first square being caught. He probably knows that Blanks is going for the next logical thing, which is Ancient Dragon Man or backhand blades only. And having that combo, which obviously that's what Blanks is doing, having that combo of backhand blade and taking out Ancient Dragon Man, he already knows that he's going to have to deal with some of these later boss issues. Also picking up Talisman of the Dread. Getting him 1 talisman for that center right square acquired for DLC talismans.
Yeah, good old row 3, column 5 for tallies here. Going to be grabbing maybe also that Fire Drake talisman here in Fort Reprimand to start counting towards that. Here's going to be Blanks' Ancient Dragon Man fight.
Ooh, getting caught trying to do a blind spot there, but got caught by the hitbox.
Go ahead and bring him up here on the big screen real quick as Aggie's doing some traveling. Grabbing the America's Blessing. Yeah, the damage right now is probably not too high. He probably didn't even level Skidoo yet. So this is a 0 Skidoo Ancient Dragon Man, I believe.
I think so. But the thing is, he does have that bleed, so that is helping quite a bit.
Yeah, the backhand blades with the black-white blade is just so good. It's so good.
It's just very, very powerful.
There's that heal from Ancient Dragon Man. Gets another bleed, though. Playing very nicely here.
Yeah, the blind spot Ashavor is just very, very good. It's a very, very utilitarian kind of Ashavor. Gets you out of a lot of really sticky situations. Got to be careful, though.
Oh, he does trade with Ancient Dragon Man here for 1 hit. Takes a lot of damage because of that 0 skidoo. Or maybe 1 skidoo. Maybe it's 1 skidoo.
It's really low, either way.
Yeah, it's definitely not optimal at the very least.
He did upgrade the backhand blade, so that does help a bit. But still, really what it comes down to, that skidoo level is really key. Aggie getting a square on the board, 2 Blessings of America.
I wonder if Aggie just realizes how dangerous Column 2 can be. I know it's going to take a while. Like, you can't just, like, run to Jory minute 1 or run to Romina minute 1. It's going to take you a little bit. You still have to go through Golden Hippo, for example, or go all the way through Churchwater District to get there. There it is, Ancient Dragon Man with backhand blades, though, for blanks. That's a huge, huge pickup here.
Wombo combo.
Yeah. Already activating Column 2 very heavily 8 minutes into the match.
This could be quick. We'll see. It just depends on how quickly blanks can get down to Jory and over to Romina. But also possible that he decides to just let that sit for a while and just like add a little bit of pressure to Aggie.
100%. Aggie getting the money here and then quitting out immediately. Might just be prepping for Hippo, which honestly is probably the best bet right now, is going for Golden Hippo. The reason why is obviously activating that diagonal, but also you get access to Jory, you get access to Romina, you get access to Shadowkeep, which is, Mesmer, Jory, and Romina, all 3 of those. So Golden Hippo should be your next target here. Blanks here going across the bridge now, even though he already has Ancient Dragon Man Grace. I'm thinking he's maybe going just for the skidoo or
skidoo. Yeah, that's my guess. Also grabbing this Grace outside of Castle Ensis. Is there anything Ensis
maybe the talismans,
here?
the spell drip talisman that's here. Yeah, he's going straight for that right now.
And let's see what Aggie's planning on buying. Getting that Dex tier, it looked like, along with the Wet Blade and the Ritual Sword Talisman.
Yeah, this is looking like a lot of pressure, obviously, from the get-go, looking at Column 2. However, he does have time. He has got quite a few minutes here. Possibly minutes.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like it does take a little while to get to both Yori and Romina. So he knows that he has at least a little bit of time to spare. Also, could be thinking a little bit of metagame, like thinking, well, blanks kind of rushed all 3 of those initial squares. It is going to take him a while to kind of get set up with everything else. Right. So maybe I should go ahead and, like you said, maybe set up that diagonal threat.
Right. Yeah, he definitely has currently the map progress above blanks. And should definitely be utilizing that. I think rushing Hippo is a really, really good idea here. Especially because if he goes for Churchwater District right now, he can go for Golden Hippo, he can go for Mesmer, he can work towards Jory, and then there's also Golden Braid on the top right here. So that's all something that he has currently priority on. Lamenter Boss is something that Blanks is priority on. He can go for Lamenter whenever he needs to because Ancient Dragon Man is dead. But Golden Hippo is a big, big thing that he has to go for, I believe, like almost like right now. And I think he's looking at that too. He's currently at Morth Ruins, going to be grabbing this Grace here, and I think going straight for Shadowkeep.
Yep, and and the front gate where the Hippo is. While Blanks is now making his way up to what's this fort again? The one with Edred in it?
Fort Reprimand.
Fort Reprimand, that's right. And so breaking that Spirit Spring rock, making his way up this cliff and up into Skydo Altus. I think it's really funny, by the way, that we all learned that it's supposed to be pronounced shadow or shadow, but literally nobody cares.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like, it's Skadoo or Skadoo. No one cares.
I think it's because it's just a silly thing of trying to be. It comes across a little pompous. You know what I mean? It's like, we're supposed to say it this way.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing. Halig tree is supposed to be it's supposed to be pronounced closer to holy tree, I suppose. But
really?
Nobody says. Yeah, yeah. The G is silent. The G is silent.
Can't believe it.
but again, everyone's just like, oh, it's just a Haley tree.
Yeah, that's silly. That's silly though.
It's just old English.
Yeah.
You know, they're just leaning into that.
Here we have it though from Aggie going up the elevator for the hippo. Let me go ahead and bring him up on the big screen here. Going to be going for his first attempt. This is going to be interesting for sure because this is going to show progression towards Blanks here. Like, hey, I'm already at Shadowkeep. I have Morth progression. But now Blanks is already at Morth Runes as well. And if Blanks decides to go through Churchwater rather than going through the front door here, this could be still really, really dangerous for Aggie.
Yeah, because then he would still have that threat of being able to get that Mesmer Center Square. Possibly faster.
Right. Gets hit here once by the hippo. Gets a nice little frost proc, though. Gets a stagger here as well.
Very good, very good.
Does he get the riposte? Probably not. Goes for the heal instead.
That's fair. Oh, I forgot to put on the Ritual Sword Talisman there. Go ahead and pop it on.
All right, really nice. Yeah, that's like one thing that I've noticed I've done too, which is really, really silly, is like go to Kale to buy talismans and then never equip them because I'm just trying to go so fast.
I feel that so hard. I've been playing a bit of Dark Souls 3 recently, and Dark Souls 3 has a lot of talisman swapping.
Yeah.
And I always just forget that you're supposed to do that because you get kind of used to in Elden Ring, like, oh, you got your set of 4, you're good to go. Never have to change again, but especially in a situation like this where it's very fluid, you never know what talismans you're going to have.
Right, right.
Oh, big hit.
Taking a lot of damage here. Okay, nice rolls, though. Not too much of a time sink right now. It's got to be a little careful here. He does get a jumping R2 on the hippo. Getting some head slam attack. Getting some nice RNG, actually, for some of these attacks from hippo.
Yeah, only...
Nice!
Oh, nice.
Huge stagger.
Interrupted the needle attack, and I think that might be it.
Very, very nice here from Aggie. Going to be marking now that golden hippo.
Yep. And along with that, getting progress towards that bottom corner square of kill 2 hippos.
So now it's going to be a thing of like, okay, is he just going to rush Jory right away? And the other problem then is going to be like, okay, well, if he does go for Jory, that's a huge time sink. Blanks can just go for Mesmer, block out that diagonal, and then possibly promote row 3. Like, this is going to be a little tough for sure. That column 2 is definitely just a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I could totally imagine Blank seeing that that Aggie has gotten the golden hippo taken care of and deciding that, okay, it's beeline to Jory at this point. Big question is, where does Aggie go from here? Does he go for Jory? And the answer is yes.
It looks like it. It looks like it. It makes the most sense. It promotes the diagonal. I would be grabbing the first floor grace here for Mesmer, to be fair, rather than just jumping down right away. I do think that's a little bit maybe of an execution error here, or a pathing error, is just making sure that after you kill Jory, you can go straight back to Shadowkeep and not have to travel that far. But I also understand that maybe he's feeling like that Jory might be contested. Although I feel like, if anything, you would maybe try and push Romina over Jory if you are trying to rush this line. Just based on, like, quickness.
Yeah, definitely based on quickness, but it looks like Blanks is not pivoting and is, like, continuing on this path into the Church District. I could also possibly imagine Blanks deciding to go for Mesmer instead. I could see it.
Yeah, 100%.
Because that will block Aggie's progression in that diagonal.
And again, would promote that row 3.
Mm-hmm.
Which would be very, very interesting. Yeah, this is a tough position for Aggie right now.
Yeah, and it's very much just because he doesn't quite have enough information to know whether or not Blanks is going to be trying to continue that column 2. So, he warped back to Morth Ruins. Oh, I see. He just got the grace along to get down to Jory if he needs to.
Yeah. It looks like that he might be considering doing the jump down here instead. Going for the talisman here. Going for the Shattered Stone talisman. Very nice. His second talisman. Yeah, I think this might be a thing of like, okay, I'm gonna go to Churchwater now, So I have access to Golden Braid, and I have access to Mesmer. So that's why he probably didn't get the first Grace. He just skipped that because he's like, I'm going to go all around anyways. Like, why waste my time?
Fair.
This is definitely kind of nerve-wracking, though, for sure, on Aggie's part, because you don't really know which one he's going to go for. Is he going to go for Mesmer? Is he going to go for Golden Braid? Is he going for Jory, Romina? All of those are little kind of like long-distance squares, so you can't really tell.
He did pick up Oh Mother, so that does kind of clue you in that he's at least thinking about getting that Golden Braid.
Yeah. I mean, there is Tristan Duo on column 1 as well here. So I think having Oh Mother's really important at this point, regardless of what you're going for. Also, DLC sorceries. If you really want to push those 4 DLC sorceries on row 5, you want to touch one of those finger runes for Emir. That way he gets more spells in his store. And you can buy those as well. But yeah, this is just a tough position for sure. I do wonder what Blanks is thinking, though, of like, okay, I'm just going to go and just really try and bulldoze column 2, or do I play around it and use that time to my advantage, maybe get set up a little bit more, maybe just go for other squares and set them up, not fully finish them, but like grab 1 Kindred Cookbook, for example, grab 3 Talismans, you know, maybe then work towards the southern region here, because row 3 is actually kind of devastating for Blanks. He already has access to the southern region, so kill Putrescent Knight is not that far-fetched for him.
100%. I could also see, like, while he's going this way, if he decides to go, did he actually pick up Oh Mother already?
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay, that would make sense if he went through Church District then. I could wonder to see him like at least getting that Grace in front of where you actually use the Oh Mother, like in front of the fog wall for Gaius. Oh wow, no, he's dropping down very early. Let's see where he's going.
I guess he's going for Mesmer right away. He really wants that center square. Interesting indicator for sure here for Aggie then, once Blanks does get Mesmer, is like, okay, what do I go for now?
Talismans, right? I feel like that makes the most sense.
That would be I think the next step, yeah, for sure. Is go into Talismans, go to Joy or Romina. This is just a really tough spot. I'm not gonna lie. These squares surrounding that column 2 are just, it's really tricky for sure. And then once Blank gets Mesmer here, he could look at that diagonal instead and be like, I can get a Remembrance Boss with a Remembrance Weapon. I can go for Masks, which is near Mesmer anyways, and Hippos. Like, that center to diagonal square is opening up so much for him when it comes to possibilities. It's going to be really hard for Aggie to make the correct reads here and make sure that he doesn't play into, you know, the mind games.
Yeah. We got a Mesmer fight going on.
I'm expecting a really nice execution here from Blanks. He's really good at those boss fights, especially the ones that are on the main path. You know, a lot of speedrunners get to practice the main bosses probably the most. It's always really fun actually to see when you have, you know, speedrunners come in for bingo and then be like, oh, I'm good at the bosses. And then all of a sudden, it's like side bosses that are actually on the squares. And like, dude, I've never fought this person in my life because it's never in the speed run. And they just get absolutely demolished. Like Balls, for example, right? In Liurnia, so many people just getting absolutely decimated by Balls because like, what is this moveset? I don't know what's happening. I've never fought this guy.
Yeah, a lot of challenge runners, there's like zero reason to fight that guy.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Even for hitless, like, you know, there's no real reason to fight Balls unless you're trying to do all bosses for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
But really, really good damage here against Mesmer.
Going into that phase 2.5 attack here. Nice dodges. Really nice. And with backhand blades here too, Mesmer is weak to slash damage, so this is like perfect for Blanks' current build.
It's really remarkable too because I did catch he is only Skadu level 3 right now, so he's doing quite a bit of damage for being so low on Skadu.
It's those bleeds, man. It's those bleeds. I'm telling you, backhand blades with the black white blade. There it is. Way too strong. Way too strong. Using that Goldhorn Tender as well for even more money now. This is huge. This is huge for Blank. That's a lot of cash. It's like 500,000.
Very good play. Very good play on Blanks' part.
There it is, 560,000. That's so much money.
Yep. So I could imagine from now Looks like he's got his eye on Golden Braid.
Yeah, this is rough. This is
Yeah.
a tough call, for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely blocked Aggie into a pretty a sticky situation.
Yeah.
So let's see how Aggie responds, though. Making a similar route to what Blanks was doing just a minute ago.
I don't think the hippo play was a bad play. I still definitely.
I agree.
I think the golden hippo was a really good pickup to just at least soften that pressure a little bit with that diagonal. And just now it's like, okay, but it's a huge guessing game because there's a lot of shadow keep. Like, what exactly am I supposed to do in shadow keep first and then go from there? And with Mesmer being marked already, you can kind of tell already for Aggie, it's like, okay, I have to go either to Gaius right now and go for that golden braid, or I just work straight towards Romina and really get rid of that column 2.
Yeah, it looks like Aggie is making a beeline for the sort of chapel in front of Gaius. I can imagine also trying to get that golden braid before Blanks can, but Blanks with that head start already on that elevator down there. So it's just a matter of how Blanks decides to play this.
Yeah, this is definitely tough for sure. He could still go for Gaius here then and go for Remembrance Boss with Remembrance Weapon if he really wanted to. But again, that's another time sink a little bit of is it worth it? Which honestly, it might be. Sorry, go ahead.
He's going for it. He's going for the hinterlands.
Yeah.
At the very least, if Blanks does get Golden Braid before Aggie does, the other thing is that Aggie does have a head start on the DLC talismans, and Golden Braid would count towards that.
I think also kind of like what Aggie was looking at here is possibly column 1 and trying to like reverse the pressure. If you would get Golden Braid here, that is, because then he's like, okay, I already have some talismans, I already have a hippo, I'm near Commander Gaius right now. I can try and put a lot of pressure on that column 5 and then give me some time to go for that column 2 block. But yeah, this is not looking really good for him right now, though.
And Blanks just a few seconds away from grabbing that Golden Braid. That's going to be very devastating for Aggie, I think.
Yeah. It's going to be marked here pretty soon. He might go for Tree Sentinel Duo then, like as soon as this does get marked.
He gets marked, and then maybe just like turn around and grab Tree Sentinels. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing.
Or he's not.
He might not have grabbed the Grace over here.
I think he's just thinking about it. He's like, do I go for Tree Sentinel Duo right now because I'm right here? Or do I actually go for... I think he's realizing that going for True Sentinel Duo might just be too much of a time sink right now, and it's not worth it. Yeah. Here it is. Talismans now from Blanks coming out. Going to be grabbing the Fort Reprimand Fire Spell, or Flame Drake talisman. So Aggie has to think about what he's going to do next year. I think he's going for Commander Gaius.
Yeah, I think that's probably the one play that you have at this point. Really tough situation for Aggie. Only 2 squares on the board currently with Blanks' 5.
So he might lose out on talismans here, and that's going to be that row 3 that I was talking about, man. If he loses talismans, that row 3 is going to be really messy because Kindred Cookbooks is a pretty quick square. Blanks' screen is frozen for me here. I hope
Blanks is froze for me as well.
Okay, so it's not a me thing.
Yeah, it looks like Blanks did get the 4 talismans square.
Okay,
he has marked it at least.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, did his stream die?
I am not sure. Yeah, his stream did die. Yep.
Oh, no.
And Aggie just died to Gaius here.
Gaius.
Okay.
Aggie dying to Gaius. Well,
he's back. He's back.
And he's back. Great.
Okay, thank God. Almost had a freaking heart attack.
Okay, there we go. And it looks like he is heading towards Raw Ruins.
Yeah, keep in mind, Blanks is in Florida, so that might be like a power thing. Might be just an internet thing. I'm not too sure. But luckily, he is back, so we are good to go.
Yeah, I know that they're still doing a bit of cleanup post-hurricane, just from my family being down there as well.
Yeah. This is definitely looking tough. This is this is a tough position. Yeah, he's going for Kindred Cookbooks right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's...
This might be...
got 1.
This might be a bingo from Blanks on row 3.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's already got Putrescent Knight set up, yeah.
Yeah, he already killed Ancient Dragon Man, so all he has to do is just travel down to Cerulean Coast.
Yep. And it might take a little while for Aggie to be able to respond to that. Especially considering he's in Gaius at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the really tough part now, for sure. He's probably thinking that Gaius is either being contested or that maybe Blanks is trying to hold priority on Gaius, but in reality...
Blanks is going for Gaius as well.
Oh, interesting. Just doing a little bit of prep just in case he loses the pants. This is good for Aggie, then. This is really, really good for Aggie.
Yeah.
The problem is, though, again, Blank still has priority on both of those squares on row 3.
Oh, and Blanks dies to Gaius.
Okay, this might be really good.
This is a tide shift for Aggie possibly. Good stagger.
Huge.
And Blank's going again, trying Gaius one more time. And Gaius goes down on Aggie's screen, heading to go get those pants.
I could also
imagine.
Sorry, go ahead.
I could also imagine getting the Remembrance weapon, like I said at the beginning, just being able to have that sword lance.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. It's just that I don't know. This is just so much. There's so much pressure on the board.
Yeah,
there really is. That column 2 really set the tone for the whole match, pretty much.
Let's see if he's able to grab the pants, and he's got it.
There's the pants now, so Blank should see that. He's immediately quitting out. I don't think the Skidoo pickup is worth it here for Aggie, because he still has so many things to block. Wasting your time grabbing the Skidoo. I know it only takes like 15 seconds, but still, you're already losing 15 seconds towards the next thing. And yeah, here we go. Blank's going straight towards the Dragon Pit Terminus. I'm swinging straight to Putrescent Knight.
Yeah.
What Blanks might be doing here, which we've seen a lot, is going to go grab a Grace near Putrescent, switch towards Cookbooks, and then go back to going on his way to Putrescent Knight.
That seems to be a pretty good strategy for, especially that I saw yesterday as well. Is just that go ahead and get the Grace up right before a square, essentially.
Yeah.
And just set it up so that if you really, really need to, you can get back there very quickly and contest the square.
Aggie going to Hinterlands. Why does he not see row 3? Is he not worried about row 3 at all?
Is he going for? I think he's going for the Tree Sentinel duo. I think he's going for Tree Sentinel duo.
Does he think that he could maybe take row 4 before row 3?
Yep, there's Tree Sentinel duo.
Oh boy, I don't know. I don't know about this. Because if he would be going for Cookbooks right now, that would be, honestly, the Cookbooks right now would be the obviously, we know that.
Yeah.
But also for Aggie, maybe Aggie's assuming that Cookbooks is next. I'm not sure. There it is.
Well,
see, the Grace pickup into Pivot. From Blanks going straight back to Morth Ruins.
And he only needs one cookbook.
Yeah. Grabbing some Skidoo here? Oh, no, okay.
I think this is Blanks' match to win at this point.
Yeah, this is looking like a really, really fast bingo.
Yeah, only 31 minutes into the match as well, so... Okay, so one duo down, or one Tree Sentinel of the duo down.
This is a tough position.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's going Tree Sentinel duo here. That's a little confusing for sure.
And there's our second cookbook, and Blank's heading to the storeroom? What's the logic here?
Progression towards Romina, potentially?
Yeah.
Or maybe hats? I don't know. This is the
It's
Tree
weird.
Sentinel duo is it was weird.
Yeah, it's a weird play. It might be something worth asking Aggie afterwards.
I would be hoping that if he's going for Tree Sentinel duo here, that he does go for Putrescent Knight afterwards, but
yeah,
I don't think that he will.
That's the thing, is I don't think he's unlocked the map in the southern part of the map. And so just trying to get down there is going to take a little while, which he doesn't really have the time for at this point. I don't think.
Okay, can we see Putrescent Knight, please?
All right, and the duo on the board.
He thinks it's a bluff, I guess.
Yeah.
He really thinks it's a bluff. Which I'm shocked by, because if you see Ancient Dragon, man, you know that they've got access. I don't think that's a bluff necessarily.
Yeah.
Does it take time? For sure, but now Aggie is currently back in the Specimen Storehouse as well, going for possibly hats here.
Maybe, but if that's the case, then Blanks is already ahead.
Devonia's hammer and hats. Yeah, this might be. Oh my gosh! No, he's not going for hats, is he? He's not going for hats. He's going for Devonia, I think.
Oh no, he is.
He's going for the elevator. He's going for the elevator here. Okay.
Or what's he doing?
He's going to be elevator cheesy. Yeah.
I was about to say, is there an elevator kill for this?
Yeah, not the biggest fan of it, but it'd be what it'd be. It's faster, as they say.
There it is.
There it is. That's one hat. Needs two more. Could be working towards Devonia's hammer now.
Yeah, I was just about to say, while he's here, he might as well go get the hammer.
God, this is... Oh... I guess for Blanks, this makes sense, though, because it builds the diagonal, but also just in case Aggie does get Putrescent Knight, it blocks that column 4 immediately from expanding.
Yep. Whoa, okay.
Yeah, Blank's going for hats now.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go. And Aggie's just going to fight.
Which, I'm not going to lie, it doesn't look that much slower.
Honestly, yeah.
It really doesn't. If anything, it might be just a little bit faster, especially if you do some overhead stance here. But yeah, there's the kill. It was almost just as fast.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a little bit safer, obviously, with elevator, but... I guess also you don't have to run towards the elevator afterwards. You're already there. If you do want to go for Devonia. But
Blanks did have to call the elevator back.
Right. Good
so
point.
That does take a little bit more time, and it's a pretty big elevator. But grabbing the Grace, let's see if Aggie decides to continue on. I guess he could also grab the Hippo here. Get that kill 2 Hippo square.
Yeah. It's still row 3, man. Like,
yeah, I know. It's one of those things where, like, clearly he's not going for Putrescent Knight, so it's just a matter of, like, where is he heading now? And I have a feeling it's going to be either Devonia's hammer or the Hippo that's right over here as well.
He's going straight for Devonia's hammer here, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess he really thinks that, if he's going for Putrescent Knight, I'll try and go for row 4 instead and just, like, challenge it.
Yeah. But he will find out here in just a second that Blanks is going for hats. Because this one is the Winged Serpent Helm that he's going for right now?
Yep. No, he's going for the Death Mask Helm.
Death Mask. Where's the Winged Serpent Helm again?
Right in front of Mesmer.
Ah, okay. So
no, don't quit out. You had it. You're fine. Oh, I could quit out, even though the skip was just fine there. He would have not died.
So the thing is, like, it's very, very easy to get flustered in these situations.
There's a lot happening. There's a lot happening.
Oh, Blanks goes down to an exploding zombie. If I were Blanks, I'd just be going for a Putrescent Knight. I don't know what he's doing.
I really think that he thinks that maybe Aggie just has more progression towards it.
But he's been letting that sit for like at least 5 minutes at this point, so I can't imagine.
It takes a really long time. I mean, we saw yesterday in that Ada versus V-Sweat match how long it takes to get down there and get past the lasers and everything.
True. But he will find out in just a moment that Aggie is going for Devonia's hammer.
Yeah, but that does confirm that his mask play is the right play here.
Yeah.
To block that row 4, which then puts Aggie in an even worse position, I would say.
The mind games. The mind games.
Yeah, this is just tough. This is just tough for sure.
And there is hat number 2.
I wonder if you cast Blossoms the way the Devonia does, if that also tracks, or if it's just for Devonia.
I'm not sure, actually.
There's nothing gonna suck though for Aggie is seeing masks being taken.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
There it is though. Devonia's hammer for Aggie.
Yeah,
should
so
be
Blake's
marking that now.
Blake's gonna see that in just a second and be able to mark the other. As long as he doesn't get clipped here. Oh, very good stagger.
Oh,
very good bleed. There it is.
Wow.
There it is, and he takes it.
Yeah. And immediately, Aggie's like, okay, I have to go putrescent now.
Yep. Yep.
And it's too late. Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, that's so tough. That's just rough. It's honestly just, if anything, props to Blanks for board reading, like as intensely as he is, and just being like, okay, I'm going to keep pressuring this. I'm going to put pressure here, put pressure there, and then immediately, I don't know. It's just really well played from Blanks, 100%.
Very, really good board reading, really good presence of mind, and really good execution overall. The big question though is incidents. Or will we have any incidents on the way here?
I would be surprised. I
would be too. Would be too.
They're few and far between, but yeah, you never know.
That laser section before Putrescent Night is a bit of a doozy, as we saw yesterday.
Yeah. But I mean, Aggie has to kill Ancient Dragon Man first, then go all the way to where Blanks just was, which was the Dragon Communion altar. There's a lot of time for error.
I will say,
Blanks.
Considering how many skips have been found so far, like TLEA skip and all the Bonnie Village skip and all of that, I am actually kind of shocked there hasn't been a Cerulean Coast skip.
There kind of is, but it's a Stake of America skip. It's
not allowed.
Yeah, not allowed.
Yeah,
it's a little lame in that regard.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, the Church of Benediction. You can jump off the edge where you get the Oathseeker armor set and the Blessed Dew Talisman. You can jump off there and then trigger the Stake of America at the bottom.
Is that where like the other hippo is?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
But yeah, it's just a matter of Blanks is several minutes ahead at this point. Because that Ancient Dragon Man's going to take as long as it will take, but he's already done all of this at the beginning of the match, so devastating for Aggie.
Yeah.
But gotta play it through. Can't stop. It ain't over till it's over, folks.
Oh, 100%. It's just a very tough position just to be in right now. That's just a very, very tough board.
How it goes. It's how Bingus do sometimes. All right, and Aggie and the Ancient Dragon Man fight. Luckily, a little bit more upgraded than when Blanks was here earlier. Showing how powerful that Great Katana can be. Whoa, you can do... Oh, is that one of those scripted falls? Yeah, that's one of those.
Yeah, it breaks anyways, so...
Yeah. Forgot for a second. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. No, I've done that on stream before too, and people are like, "What? You could do that?" I'm like, it's it's
there's like a break. There's like a the ground breaks.
A free fall zone, I guess you could call it. Whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
All right, Aggie done with Ancient Dragon Man. Oh, Blanks, where are you going, buddy? Blanks, where are you going, buddy?
Is he thinking? Wait, what is he?
No way. What is happening?
What is he doing?
Is he trying to get like another Skidoo fragment or something?
I don't know.
Is he throwing for content?
I don't really know what he's thinking here right now.
That is, oh yeah, no, Skidoo fragment. There we go.
But
Grab
why?
that. I think he was just short one and was feeling like
he needed the extra Skidoo fragment.
Yeah, and to be fair, he is really far ahead.
Yeah, which I'm assuming he knows because he's like, okay, I killed Ancient Dragon Man. Aggie most likely didn't go for it. He's been on defense this whole time, so I've got time.
Yeah. Yeah, so again, here's the laser section coming up here in just a moment. Interested to see how this goes today. Ooh, nice jump.
Yeah, if you run jump here, it's definitely I would say a bit more effective than if you roll constantly.
He almost got sniped midair, almost fell.
Yeah, this is not killing that first laser is not good. I was just about to say you have to kill that first laser.
This is what I'm saying. This laser section could get real dicey. He also had 312,000 runes on him there, so
I wonder how comfortable he is with Putrescent Knight. He's got to be decently comfortable with it because that was part of the disc bounty that he did participate in.
Yeah.
But, you know, after a while, you kind of get used to a specific script. So maybe he's not very comfortable with, like, freestyling it with a different weapon. But who knows? Well, yeah, we'll see. I mean, all of his bosses so far have been really, really good.
At the very least, I bet he's got a pretty good handle on the dodging patterns.
He's doing it again.
But yeah, at the very least, got those dodging patterns down. But possibly if he wasn't using backhand blades for that bounty, then just knowing the punish windows might be a little bit trickier.
Okay, looks like he's actually in the clear now.
Yep.
Okay.
And he's on his way. Nice.
Jumps across here.
Really well done. And moving along. Yeah, he's done with the laser section, done with the hard part.
Alrighty.
Yep, and
Aggie's
Aggie,
like about a minute and a half behind, I would want to say. Around maybe 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's a few minutes, I would say, because he also has to get through that laser section as well. And he basically he has to play every... Oh, Blanks! Getting clipped in the back there, having to do a quick quit out.
Oh, this might be a little tricky, though. He's going to spawn right next to the Misbegotten. Okay, he's fine.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, I think he spawns behind the Misbegotten at that point. Oh, it actually fell and died. Interesting.
Yeah, I think it's still aggroed, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be...
There he goes.
What the...
He's probably...
he's upgrading. He's upgrading. Buying things.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
Yeah, probably setting Holy Blades.
Oh, yeah, buying Sanctified Wet Blade. That would make sense. Going for rituals. Okay, he didn't even have any of, like, the talismans. No, he's just going for talismans here.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. But yeah, might as well, like, if you got some time, you can run to that shop real fast. Oh, and probably getting the Holy Blade now. That's my guess.
Dude, he's playing a little bit with fire, I feel like, with this constant, like, back and forth.
Yeah, yep. There we go. And Holy Tear. Yeah, this is letting Aggie catch up a bit.
Yeah, he still has to get through the lasers.
Yep. Yep, leveling up his Skidoo. He's level 5 Skidoo, I think. And then mixing his physic, getting the holy physic, setting to sacred blades. And he is ready for the fight. And setting up ritual sword, shield, and rotten insignia. And yeah, I think he's ready to go. And and just go ahead and get the rune arc just for some extra HP.
Yep. Doesn't activate any stats, but does give you just a little bit of a health boost. Not by much.
Yeah. But might as well, especially for a final square.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Going to be Putrescent Knight for blanks now.
For the game.
Oh, yeah, that
huge
is
damage.
Insane damage. What the hell?
Great dodges. Good punish. Charge R2 there.
Yeah, he looks pretty comfortable on this boss.
Yeah, he's got this.
The damage not as insane as I expected, but still decent.
Still good. Especially for Skidoo 5. Very good.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Aggie died to the lasers!
Yeah.
Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah, that's a very tough running section. All right, we got that phase transition.
It was almost at the very end there, too. It's tagged by the blue frost here.
Good trade there.
Yeah, I don't really think there's going to be any death happening here for blanks. He really knows his moveset.
Yep.
Oh, that was weird, though. That horse like spawned
Yeah.
like right behind him. That was awkward. I don't think I've seen that before.
He's doing okay, though. He's hanging in there. Playing it patiently. Let's charge R2. And yeah, another Ghost Lane attack. And let's see.
Oh, takes a little bit of a hit here, but should be fine. Yeah, he's got this. One more hit. There it is.
That's bingo.
That is bingo.
Let's go.
GG's the
GG.
blanks,
Well,
man.
very, very nicely done. 50 minutes, 14 seconds.
Yeah, that Rove, dude. If it was, if Aggie would have gotten those talismans just before Gaius, I think that would have definitely changed things. I think the talismans, man.
I agree. Yeah, just an unfortunate misplay, but very, very well played by blanks here. Good effort by Aggie.
Damn, that is just unfortunate for sure. That's a tough position to be in, having so much pressure put on you. But yeah, dude, insane board reading from blanks here, making sure that nothing is an option here for Aggie, making sure that I can go for this line, I have progression, and it showcases also. Sorry, hold on. I'm just asking if they're ready for interviews. And it showcases knowing progression on the map and being like, okay, most likely I killed Ancient Dragon Man. He knows I killed Ancient Dragon Man, so he most likely didn't go for it. So I got time. I'm going to go for these other things just to make sure that I keep the pressure up.
And that's the thing is, I don't think that Aggie misread the board at the beginning. I think he did what he needed to do.
Yeah.
It's just near the end, there were just so many different options available to him. It's really, really tough to know exactly what the right move is, and blanks just outmaneuvered.
It was a tough board for sure to try to come back on. All right, let's bring in blanks here. There we go. Blanks, welcome in. GG's, man. GG's.
GG's, Blanks.
GG, guys. GG.
Very, very nice game.
Yeah, very nice game, man. Very nice game, dude. A lot happening here on the board when it comes to a lot of pressure points that you had available to yourself here. When you already had a bit of an activation for row 3, you decided to kind of pivot around. Was it due to like worrying that maybe a line was faster than going for Putrescent Knight, or what exactly was the change in mind of going for other squares?
Yeah, so I saw the row 3 developing. As soon as I got Mesmer, I'm like, yeah, okay. So I'm just going to do Braid now, and we're going to see if he marks anything. The plan was originally going to be column 2 because that was like Jory Ramana, and I think I had progression. Like I got the Rao Grace while I was doing masks. The play was to like split my progression between PK, Jory, and Ramana. And then when I saw that he marked duo after Guys' pants, I'm like, okay, he wants to push row 4. So I just blocked the row 4 with the masks, and then I said, okay, we're just gonna rush Putrescent Knight because we have the Dragon Communion Grace, so we're definitely a lot closer than he is to PK. So I kind of thought that he was gonna call my bluff there, and
Okay.
I think I was right about that.
Gotcha. Yeah. I think it's kind of what happened here. Let me bring in Aggie as well so we can get a little bit more details on that as well. Aggies, welcome in. GG's, man.
GG's.
GG.
Definitely a bit of a tough board here to kind of bounce back from after the beginning with that Great Katana into Ancient Dragman backhand blades. What was the thought process that kind of was going on after that all kind of fell into place? Because that's a lot of pressure 8 minutes into the match.
Yeah, so obviously the Great Katana Dragonman backhand blade was like gonna be the thing to go for at the start. I assumed, like, I mean, I know Blanks is faster than me, so I assumed he would go for the 2-square play and I could get the 1-square play by just selling the Great Katana, because I think selling the Great Katana and then going Ancient Dragonman backhand blade is like crazy greedy. Because like I could very easily just go to Ancient Dragonman first if you're taking the time to sell the Great Katana. So I figured I could just go for the Great Katana, and then of course he sold that first because my line was a little bad. And then after that, I'm like, okay, well, I still didn't get the backhand blade, so like, I don't think I'm gonna go for that, and like, I'm just gonna hope that he, like, assumes that he can't get there in time, because I would have been there already, and then he just went for it anyway. So yeah, at that point, like, I pretty much have to get Golden Hippo and at least threaten Jory.
Right.
At least have the option of going to Romina. And then after that, I was looking at column 5 to have a similar threat, but that also just got sniped a little too soon.
Yeah, I was gonna say that that was definitely something that we didn't notice until after the golden break got marked. Was like, okay, this is maybe something where you're trying to compete with column 2 as with column 5. Talismans was a little bit held on to. There was a lot of pressures that are obviously happening on the board. But I was definitely just wondering, like, what was the thought, I guess, by not fully completing Talismans, and was it just the full-on column 2 pressure, trying to work towards column 5, or what was I guess the thoughts there?
I just didn't think I had the time to get Talismans right then. I also didn't think that he would be getting Talismans right then. I just thought I had to get 2 Shadowkeep to be able to contest those squares.
Yeah.
And then he was doing that exact same thing, but he was closer than me to it, so...
Yeah, the golden braid working with the talismans, I guess, is definitely a bit of a tough one for sure. That double up definitely is there. Blanks, when it comes to late game, there were like really strong choices here for sure. And like kind of like what we've been seeing lately in other matches, which is kind of progressing towards one square, waiting for a progression or seeing a marking from the other player, and then pivoting back, because that was kind of happening here and there. One square that was interesting was the masks. Why, even though you had so many other options, why it was masks, I guess, like a square pickup here?
I saw that he marked Gaius' pants. Like, I was doing Gaius, then he marked pants. I'm like, okay, so I quit out. And then I was like, okay, he's going to either call the bluff on PK and, like, not make any progression, or he's going to go for that and get progression and wait for me to mark a square. So I waited a little bit, and then he marked Treasonal Duo, and then I was like, okay, we need to just like rush PK at this point, because I was like, okay, let's just block row 4, then just go.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was actually also like an interesting choice, I guess, with all the pressures happening. Is Aggie going for Tree Sentinel duos? Was it because you were then trying to swap from column 5 to row 4 as a pressure point, or what was what was the thinking there? Yeah.
I honestly didn't see row 3 as a potential bingo threat until he already marked Kindred Cookbooks.
Oh, okay.
So I was thinking, okay, if he's gotten Golden Braid, then he'll probably go Gaius next. And then I got the Gaius square, and then, okay, well, now he knows I'm here, so he'll probably try to get Tree Sentinel Duo before that gets taken away.
Fair.
But he just went Cookbooks instead, which was really smart. I just didn't even realize it was a line threat until it was marked.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, overall, I mean, it was a great match from both you guys. Literally, just like nice executions from all the fights and everything. Just a lot of pressure, obviously, happening on this board. Was the diagonal ever a thought, by the way, for you, Blanks? If I guess if row 3 ever got blocked out, you would have had that diagonal. Was that ever something though that crossed your mind of like, hey, I could go back to Gaius and get that Remembrance weapon and maybe activate that diagonal?
I mean, he had Prio on Bear, Hippo, Lion, and Remembrance Weapon, and 2 Hippos, so I didn't really, like, see that at all. My plan, if row 3 got blocked out, was probably, like, objectives in the coast, like Rana, Dragon Bosses, Lamenter, Jails, etc. So that was going to be my play, just go for majority, like, via those squares. But, yeah, the diagonal didn't really appeal much to me.
That's fair. Gotcha. And then I guess one last thing for Aggie here. If you were able to block that column 2 pressure, what was your like beginning game plan besides Great Katana, Backhand Blades, Ancient Dragon Man, that whole column being kind of dangerous? But if that was something that was already like pre-blocked, what was your possible thought process? What lines kind of like spoke to you?
At the beginning?
Yeah. Like what kind of lines did you like?
I liked the Hippo and Mesmer kind of synergy. Hippos into Jory, into Mesmer as well for like that top right diagonal.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, that was a very strong line. I think that we kind of brought that up in the very beginning of the match as well. It's like, hey, once you get Shadowkeep access, that bottom left to top right diagonal is kind of dangerous. Besides Lamenter obviously being, on the southern region of the map. But yeah, that was definitely a line that we were kind of hoping to see at some point. Maybe even, if that was something you were able to still pull off with the threat of column 2. But yeah, that's definitely a really solid line as well. But Doc, do you have any questions for the players?
I think you kind of you sniped all my questions.
I'm sorry. I know I'm yapping. I'm yapping a lot. My apologies, dude.
No, it's good.
But yeah, GG's guys. That was a fantastic match. Fantastic board reading from all you guys here. And we'll see Blanks later today versus Chris. So that'll be an interesting match. And good luck to you on that, Blanks. And Aggie, we'll see you, I believe, next week.
Yes.
I think you play next
Friday, I think.
Yeah, let me just double check real quick. Yeah, versus V-Sweat. All right, yeah, we'll see you on Friday, man. I appreciate both you guys playing today, and I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. Please do enjoy your Sunday if you are done for the rest of the day. And yeah, good luck on Friday for you, Aggie, and then good luck today on your second match, Blanks, and we'll see you guys later, okay?
Thank you.
All right,
GG,
thank you.
folks.
GG's.
GG's.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.